Welcome to They're All People. Every conversation is a chance to give 1% more than expected.
You know that smell in a high school gym? Old pine and sweat. That stickiness in the air after a big game where the floor squeaks louder somehow under your shoes. The season opener, Coach Williams is leaning on her clipboard, her eyes just kind of quiet. She isn't yelling, she's not even frowning. The team is slumped on the bench, sneakers tapping, water bottles squeezed tight. We lost in the final seconds, but nobody's talking about the actual score. It was the silence that beat us, all the stuff we should have said out loud, but didn't. After Coach dismissed us, my friend Alex picked up her bag and muttered, "Why doesn't anyone say what needs saying when it counts?" That hit me, hard, because on the walk out, it wasn't about the loss. It was the moments and words we'd left unsaid. I was thinking, how many times in business do we walk out of meetings or leave job sites carrying that same tension? We needed one person, just one, to call the standard, to close the loop in that tense moment. But no one did. And suddenly, it's not about skill or effort anymore. That's the spot where team culture curdles or catches fire, when the words that could help us just hang in the air, unused. Most folks think they need some big speech to change things, but actually, it's not about grand gestures. It's the tiny, repeated things, the little scripts, the comments at the end of a shift, the quick check-ins that create the air we all breathe. When the right words go missing, trust starts leaking, safety slips, and the team starts drifting. But when you loop the standards time after time in the hallway or the field, those words become muscle memory. If you want a culture that means something, don't wait for the meeting, communicate. Culture is the way we talk when nobody's watching.
That right there, Imani, you just dropped it. I've seen so many crews go quiet when things get tense because everyone's waiting on, what, the perfect moment? The boss to set the tone? Nah. They need a language loop. Something simple, repeatable, real. The problem is most of us either clam up, blame, or go home grumbling. But the real trouble is, that silence, it's contagious. One person's hesitation, and all of a sudden, the whole squad's operating on doubt instead of trust. The benefit when you fix this is huge. Suddenly your team's sharper, your clients can feel the difference even before the job's done, and you just breathe easier. If you get this communication thing right, you're not just talking, you're setting up the operating system the team runs on.
And the thing is, it's so human. We don't remember the PowerPoints. We remember the words that made us belong, that made us care or step up. Get this right, and suddenly feedback lands, problems get caught before they grow, and people actually want to show up. It makes everything run smoother.
Let's get into the fix. If you want to shift the vibe, stop thinking you need a one-time sky-high pep talk. You don't need a ladder, you need a loop. The language loop. Every time you give feedback, answer a question, or do a quick huddle, tie it back to the team's value or standard. Like, don't say, "We gotta rush this one." Say, "On this crew, safety comes first, speed comes after." Easy. Sports teams do this all the time. Listen in after a timeout. The captain yells, "We guard our house," and everyone just, does it. That's culture looping in real time.
Exactly. There's actual research on this. Harvard Business Review, for example, tracked that high-performing teams use short, repeatable language around values up to 60% more than average teams. It's not about shouting, "We're the best." It's those microscripts. We trust each other here. Communication is our superpower. It's almost like a sports play. They hear it, they play like it. Want to do a quick example?
Sure.
All right, I'm your teammate, end of shift. I ask, "Hey Jake, why did we miss our numbers today?"
Because on this team, communication is our secret weapon, and today, we got quiet when we needed to be talking to each other. See? Instead of just blaming numbers or a tool, you loop it to what matters, every chance you get.
That loop gives people a way to see themselves in the story. You hear it enough, it isn't just talk, it becomes muscle memory. Say what matters and say it again. Find your loop.
Let's hammer it home with some quick hits. Folks in transit or out on a crew, this is for you. Text a teammate. Thanks for owning the details. That's how we keep people safe. Or in the shop, love the hustle. On this crew, hustle means we got each other's back. Keep one loop alive all week. Don't change the words every time. Repetition is power, not laziness.
So here's how you turn this into real-world action, not just podcast theory. Tomorrow, pick one value your team needs more of, like safety, hustle, or attention to detail. The next time you give a compliment, a correction, or just talk shop, loop your words back to that value. It can be as simple as, "Great job on that walkthrough," That's the kind of care that keeps us safe. Do it every time, even in a quick text. Want to measure if it's working? Start a tally, yeah, like old school, with a notebook or in your phone. Give yourself a point every time you link what you say to a team value. Aim for 3 loops a day. At the end of the week, did you hit 9, 15? If the team starts quoting you back, or suddenly someone else starts closing the loop, you'll know it's sticking.
Yeah, and when this works, you'll feel it. Meetings start moving faster, people stop waiting for reminders, and, my favorite part, mistakes get caught before they hurt. You know you're making progress when people use the loop without even noticing, like a basketball crew calling screens, no eye contact needed. And you don't need an app, boss's approval, or a fancy new process. Just do the reps. You gotta run the drill yourself, or nobody will. And hey, if you want to see this in action or compare notes, drop what loop you tried in the community comments. We've got builders, nurses, project leads, and all kinds of folks riffing on what works. Share your loop, steal a few, and let's see how this grows.
Be urgent about it, get your reps in, make the habit, and help someone else catch the loop. Culture doesn't show up, it gets talked into life every day. So speak up, get specific, and protect standards, because the culture you want is just one good conversation away.
Let that be the move this week. Say it again, and again, and again. Every rep counts. The text you send, the check-in, the quick thank you after the shift. That's where culture lives. Put your loop into the world, watch what comes back, and keep showing up for your team like it matters, because it does.
Thanks everyone for listening. See you in section 3.
You've been listening to They're All People. Don't wait for culture to change. Start it with your next conversation.